Yeah, Artemis is in a really interesting space at the moment. The last 2 or 3 years has been a lot of groundwork and reviews. We've engaged consultants to help us better understand our ground and what's going on. That region geologically is really quite complicated. So it's really important for us to understand what we're doing before we actually get to ground. So now we've done that work, we're excited about getting the drill rig on the ground and actually doing some drilling. So we've got around 4 or 5 prospects that we will look to drill in the first few months of 2025. And that's a culmination, as I say, of a lot of work. It's a different approach from our management team. We've been in place for about 12 months. We're looking at things a little bit differently. We've been lucky enough to have De Grey's Hemi deposit as a model for geology in that region, and they're only about 150 k's away from us. So we're looking at our ground with fresh eyes, fresh approach, seeing some really interesting gold, high-grade gold at surface. So we'll be looking to drill those prospects and continue that work for 2025. On the Paterson's project, it's something that's a really exciting, really interesting area. I mean, you've got Greatland Gold with their Heavy Aeron project. They've just taken on Telfer. Antipa Minerals have got a huge swag of ground, and they're getting some great results. So it's a really exciting region, and we think there'll be a lot of opportunity there. It's a really deep, it's cowboy country out there, but with that you get a lot of upside as well. So prospectivity could be huge. Well, Karratha's an existing resource. We've inherited that. It's 374,000 ounces of gold. So we're looking at Karratha to see how we can make it bigger, and we know we can get more ounces into that. But more importantly, we're taking a step back and looking at a tenement to say, how many Karrathas can we find? We know that there's massive structures running through our tenements, and these structures and faults are the drivers of mineralisation. So we know there's potential for other Karratha type deposits. So the Marillions, the Europas, the high-grade Titan prospect, they're the ones that we'll be looking to drill. So it's really quite exciting for us to hub those in the portfolio and to be able to explore them. From Mount Marie is a lithium prospect, really high-grade lithium. It parallels with the Azure Minerals and their Andover project. We're getting up to 4.67% lithium oxide, so we know it's in the ballpark of a fantastic project. Lithium's come up for boil, but we know it'll come back. So to have that in the portfolio as well, and that's something we'll be looking to monetize in the short term, is really quite exciting for Artemis. And it gives us 2 fantastic commodities in the portfolio. We think there's huge opportunity for Artemis in those commodities, the gold, the copper, lithium. In that West Pilbara or the Northwest Pilbara region, we're just seeing some corporate activity already with Azure Minerals now being taken over by SQM and Hancock Prospecting. There's De Grey in the process of being taken over, potentially by Northern Star. So there's a lot of exploration, a lot of interest and focus now in the area. And we think that'll continue into 2025 and beyond. So we're not focused on corporate activity, but we're focused on exploration. And we know that if we get those results from the ground that we think we can, then certainly it will open up opportunities for either development pathways or corporate activity, whether we drive it or we're the recipients of that. Long term for Artemis, we want to just do exploration. We want to drill holes. We want to continue the work that we've done over the last 12 months. We've set the foundations for this important work, and now it's getting the rig on the ground and getting the rig spinning. So with that comes results, but ultimately we want to try and get to the millions of ounces. We're not interested in incremental increases in our resource. So as I say, we've got 374,000 ounces of gold. We know we can get that bigger, but we don't want to get another 100 or 200,000 ounces. So we're looking for millions of ounces. The ground has the potential. We're not saying we'll get it, but we're certainly in a great location, great geology. So we've got the best chance of finding that.